Good evening, friends. And again, thank you for joining us. Our final evening, our final live event for 2020. It certainly has been a challenging year, one of deep reflection and resilience for many of us. And so, again, I wholeheartedly thank you for spending some of your precious time with us. And today is December 28th. It's about 6 p.m. here, Central Standard Time. And why don't we begin with a nice, calming, reflective meditation to help guide us for the remaining few days of the year and uh, into the beginning of 2021. So I hope you find yourself in a good, comfortable, seated position or whatever position you feel most comfortable in, and go ahead and close your eyes. And take a deep breath in through your nostrils. You can hold it for a second or two, and then release slowly through your nostrils or through your mouth, whatever's comfortable for you. Take another deep breath in. And pause and slowly exhale. As you exhale, just feel any tensions just dissipate and melt away, starting maybe with your spine or the base of your neck. And slowly release and let it out. And your eyes are still closed. You're relaxed. You're breathing on your own, paying attention to any sounds that you may hear. Any any smells that you may pick up. Think about where they're coming from. Are the smells related to the sounds that you hear? Are they different sources? Imagine yourself walking along the beach. It's a pretty day outside. Birds are singing, the seagulls are out there. You can smell the salty air. You hear the waves cracking nice and gently, crashing, and the sounds of that hiss that the waves make as they approach the shore. And you just walk along, feel the sand in your feet. You're right along the edge where the wave meets the sand, so the sand is nice and cool. It's not too hot on your feet. It's very comfortable. And as you walk along the beach, you look off into the horizons. You can see a storm blowing, getting ready to blow in. Looks like it's a big storm. And you're on the beach, no place to go. But it's still a ways off. Yeah, you can still walk. Maybe it'll change course. But you're still walking and you're looking at the ground or at the sand, looking at the shells, maybe some seaweed that came from the ocean with the waves. Now you feel some little drops of water on your skin. And you look up. You see that storm has gotten a little bit closer. It's just starting to rain very lightly. Very light drizzle. Nothing to be alarmed about. But you keep walking, listening to the birds, listening to the surf. You're not rushing. But now the rain and the wind are starting to pick up. The storm that was off on the horizon is now over us. It's over you, and you can feel the wind pick up, the salt water spray on your skin, and then the rain come down very firmly and with an intensity that you haven't felt before. But off in the distance, not too far, you see a little lifeguard shack. And you start making your way to the lifeguard shack to try to find a little bit of shelter from this storm. You climb up the ladder. You see the door's unlocked, and you go on in and you shut the door. And you wait out the storm. You can hear the wind howling, the thick, heavy raindrops pelting the store or the lifeguard shack. But you're not afraid. You have shelter. You're out of the wind. out of the rain. And you sit calmly, and you know that you're safe. Nothing's going to get you. Nothing's going to hurt you. You're safe and secure inside this little lifeguard shack. And you sit there for a little while, and you notice that the wind is starting to die down. The rain is softening. You look out the window and you can see that this storm is passing. It's blowing over. You've survived this storm. You survived this moment of adversity, of challenge, and you were resilient during this time. You weren't afraid. There was no anxiety. There was only strength and wisdom to seek shelter and protect yourself during this storm. And you're watching those clouds blow away, and the sun returning, breaking through whatever's left of those clouds. You open the door and you climb back down and you resume your walk on this beautiful beach. And you look around on the beach and you see more beautiful shells, more beautiful driftwood, and some pretty sea glass. Everything that this storm was threatening to destroy, you now realize it brought up some beauty. Beauty from the ocean, from the ever bountiful sea, and beauty within inside you. You were resilient. You were brave. Anxiety did not overwhelm you during this time. You realize that's you. You are brave. You are resilient. And you're wise. And you are safe. And you know that all things pass. Terrible storms pass. And oftentimes when they pass, they leave beautiful things in their wake. And you can find those beautiful things on the seashore at this time. There's beautiful shells and pretty driftwood and some pretty sea glass. Now you can wake up, begin bringing yourself back to this present moment, relaxed, with confidence, with safety, knowing that you are resilient. You have that confidence in yourself, knowing that you are resilient. Now you're fully awake. You're back into the present moment. You can open your eyes. And you're fully awake at this time, fully aware. If you hadn't picked up on it, that final guided meditation for 2020 was a little allegory or an analogy to our current COVID pandemic. And you are resilient. You're here. You're present in the moment. And that's what being mindful is about. Knowing that everything that we experience is temporary. The good times, the bad times, the neutral times. And I'm very pleased to see that you're still here. We're all in this together. I rely on you just like you rely on me. We all have that inner being, that interconnectedness. And we all have the ability to help one another in times of challenge or obstacles, that we may face. So don't forget that. Always keep that in your heart. Keep that compassion for yourself and for others readily available. That's how we strengthen ourselves, and that's how we strengthen others. By the understanding that we are all connected in one way or another. And that's the beauty of our existence here right now. And so for this 2020, I'm very grateful to have been afforded the opportunity to speak with you during our talks and through emails and through chats and through our live sessions, our live meetings, through our silent retreats that we've offered in all different kinds of ways. "2021 will be no different in that sense. I'll still be here in 2 weeks for another live session. I will still be communicating with all of you in various different ways, various different connectedness. You support me as much as I support you, believe it or not, because of the inner being that we all share. Some of the highlights of what will be coming up in 2021 for us. Again, more silent retreats. We will be having that groundwater well installed over the summer, it looks like. So we can even have longer retreats for everyone to stay overnight if you like. A week-long day camp in the summer, late June or maybe right after 4th of July. Some final planning for teenagers, for our young fellows, our young folks, so they can develop themselves mindfully, so they can have that sense of peace and resilience and compassion that's so needed in our society these days. And maybe they can help someone else as they develop as well. So we have many other exciting activities, many joyful activities getting ready to begin coming up. So go ahead and subscribe and to our channel to make sure you don't miss any of these live events, or if you do, that they're available for you to sit with me and sit with us as we go through them, and can certainly subscribe to our monthly newsletter. Nobody wants a lot of emails, I suppose, and so once a month is sufficient. And our website's at the bottom. You can just copy and paste and go right to it. Whatever pleases you. And so for that, for the final live event of 2020, I bid you all a very happy New Year's. And thank you for joining me and joining us in our mindful experiences together. Namaste.